Okay. I'll just get a little dust on the. I'm switching cameras. Hopefully this works a little bit better. I went to my cell phone cam, so we'll try this out. See if this works a little bit better. So if you're following along, we were just heating the water to 164 degrees, so we're able to do our mash. And what's going to happen now is the water is at temperature, so I need to mix my water with the grains to get to 152 degree mash temperature. That's what we're shooting for. Again, you can be about 5 degrees one way or the other, but much more than that, and you're going to cause some flavor issues. So temperature is very important to all grain brewing, especially on the lighter styles, cream ales. If you were to do a lager, anything along that line, a Kolsch, Pilsner, whatever, if your temps are off, it's going to become noticeable in the flavor of the beer. So, and what I'm going to do now is I have my mash tun ready, and if you've never seen one, I'll show you this real quick. Alright, so this is the mash tun, and in our case is a cooler, similar to what you would, if you're upside down or not. So, your cooler, that's like a Rubbermaid or Gatorade cooler people are familiar with, and in the bottom here, you can kind of see that's a false bottom. Now, it doesn't have to be near the edges because it's domed, and why we have a false bottom is to prevent the grains from going into our spigot, which we don't want to do because, of course, that would plug it. What you're also seeing here, this wood paddle is a all-grain mash paddle that my company, beerloons.com, makes. Hey, you didn't think you can get out here without a plug or two, did you? So this is going to help me stir up grains real well and make sure we don't have any what they would call dough pockets or things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take roughly about a gallon or so of the 160-40 water, pour it in here, then we do a little grain, then a little water, then a little grain. I don't really have a great way of shooting this, so just kind of bear with me. Just kind of put that right now because everything is heavy. So I can't hold both at the same time. So we're going to pour like I say, about a gallon or so of water in the mash tun there. And we're going to grab, I'm going to do this in thirds. And you can do this kind of any way that you want, but I try to do it roughly in thirds, just kind of estimating. This just helps prevent, like I say, dough ends or dough pockets, which are areas where the water and the grain aren't mixed together. I'm going to take your paddle, I'm trying to do this one-handed, I don't have enough water in here. And I'm just trying to mix the grain and water together so we don't have pockets where there's no problems. Bear with me, I'm going to put more water in here, so give me a second to get that done. I didn't pour enough in. It's a little trickier when you're operating cameras and stirring and all, and grain and all that all at the same time. So sorry, it's not the most visually interesting thing to look at right now. Hi, how you doing? So we got a little more mixing here. I'll try to breeze through this a little quicker. And just make sure you have a real good mix when you do this. Because this is where the sugars and water, or I'm sorry, the sugars, the colors, the flavors, that's where, in the mash, that's where this is all coming from. And if you're not familiar, alcohol is made basically from the yeast eating sugar, so sugar equals alcohol. So the more sugars you have available, the more alcohol you'll create up to the limit of whatever yeast can handle, if you want to go that high. So that's up to you. This year, when it's done, it's roughly about 5.5% or so it's not overwhelming, but it has a fair amount of its own zip as well. So let's see if I can't maybe, okay. So you can kind of see our mixture in here. And we're just kind of looking for I call it kind of like a barley soup type of mixture. I prefer, I guess this would be considered kind of a medium mash. But so I'm just stirring it up real well, just so we can make sure there's no noise. That's why these paddles work really well, because the holes in them, grains go through, mixes up a lot better. I don't have the dough ball issues that some other folks do. We're not really trying to go crazy here, and you want to be careful not to get too crazy down toward the bottom. But I just want to make sure we mix it up real well. We'll get the paddle out of the way. Okay, and sorry, we'll grab the thermometer. And let's take a temperature. Watch, this will be the one time I haven't hit temp in years. In fact, I've only had that happen one time where I didn't hit temp and I was low. It was middle of winter. So I was shooting for 152. Now, this is at 152, actually about 154, which is perfectly fine. I can see about 5 degrees either way. Now what I do is I kind of go on around, oops, you can see that, going around the edge, just to make sure I have a pretty good mix going on, or blend going on. And you can use whatever thermometer you want for this, but the Dell thermometers with the long probe make it pretty nice. Hands aren't getting in the hot liquid and stuff like that. So we are very consistent. We're within about a degree anywhere that I put that, which is great. Now all we're going to do is put the lid on. Now, if I can get the lid on. Of course, these are some of the fun things you run across in your brew. Strings being too short. All right. So let's go back this way. Alright, so we have the mash ready to go. Now, for me, I see it all the time, 60-minute mashes. I don't like 60-minute mashes, and the simple reason is that not every grain is modified the same way. And when I see on the forums that people are having issues with their starting gravities being low, stuff like that, mash is going to be one of the places where that problem is going to occur. 60-minute mashes can cause problems. There's other ways to change or ways to resolve that. My way, real simple, go to 75 minutes. Right? 15 minutes on, grains will be converted, everything will be wonderful. So I do 75 minute mashes, that's my minimum. I may go from there, and that may just be determined by the recipe. But 60-minute mashes I don't like. The recipe calls for 60-minute mashes. I would skip that and go to 75. Only because if your numbers are off, your alcohol's off, and a lot of times your flavor can be off because of it, and we don't want it. So we want to make good beer here. And it's not a real mystery to what's going on, so we don't need to make it any harder than we need to. So we're going to wait the 75 minutes. That'll be the next part is mash out. Now,